Not gonna lie, that was a little emotional than I expected. Yeah. So, if you guys have realized that I actually just now finished the Flash finale, I was a little more emotional than I expected. And here's the deal. Okay, not gonna do too much editing on this. I kind of want to keep this as raw as possible. But I actually didn't really watch a lot of The Flash ever since I did my pilot episode. I kind of been really busy and hadn't been able to catch it as often. So the times that I did, it was very entertaining. It was simple enough to get into for the guy like me who can't get into every single episode. So as I watched the ones that were later on down the road, they're pretty self-explanatory. They're very quick to give you an idea of who they are, what they can do, and if you don't get it, then you're okay. You know, is there's not really much thought that goes into it. So when they explain things, you get it. When you see these characters, you're like, okay, I don't know you, but you seem to be helping the plot along, and that's fine with me. And who I'm speaking of really is Victor Garber's character, who I actually don't know the name of, which I will find out, and I'll put it right here. Um, you know, I, he really helped move this little finale along in a way where he broke it down. Okay, this is the choices you're facing. This is what's going to be the ultimate outcome. And you are really going to be facing one of the biggest choices of your life. I guess to kind of tackle the plot here for a second, the Reverse Flash, Wells, has been obviously captured, and Barry Allen confronts him. And they talk. And when they talk, spoilers, by the way, if you haven't seen it, please, don't watch this. But please watch this. uh, Wells is just telling Barry that, the reasons why I did what I did is because I hate you. I absolutely 100% hate you. And as that conversation goes on, you find out that he's giving Barry a chance to go back in time using the particle accelerator, reverse everything that has happened so Barry can have the life that he wants. Now you're thinking probably, well, yeah, they've done that before in several different shows. Yes, of course they have. So there's nothing new here. But what made it so impactful was the relationships that Barry had with everybody else. The people at Star Labs, Iris and his, surrogate father. Everyone has a part to play and have an emotional connection to Barry. Now, you could even muck that up to going, yeah, well, we all have personal connections, no big deal. Seriously, I can't remain objective when it comes to choices like this, when it comes to people who you consider your role model and father figures, I mean, that's just... can't do that. So, overall, it's a very emotional finale that really results into one heck of a cliffhanger. But you could muck up this whole entire, review for the finale as like, okay, it's a bunch of talking, and then the overall result, and then complications, and big old cliffhanger. Sure, and that would be fine. But it doesn't suck. It doesn't suck. Not to me. It's not one of those finales where they just want to try to pull at your heartstrings, and it doesn't seem like a finale that's like, okay, well, we finally are here, so let's give them something to go for. No, I feel like this is all warranted. Barry not only has several conversations with the people that he cares about, but he even has one that I didn't realize that he was going to. And whew, well, at least that wasn't awkward. Yeah. Shut up. I'm hardcore. No, actually, I'm a wimp. So, yeah, when it comes to stuff like this, it always pulls at the heartstrings for me. So, regardless if it's a CW, TV show to Game of Thrones, if you tackle something like this, and when it comes to family, it's pretty emotional for me because, I'm very family oriented and attached. So it's a big choice when you're about to lose all that if you make a mistake. And it's too easy to do that. It's too easy to make mistakes. It's too easy to realize all the complications. And then when you finally get to that big climactic moment, and when you saw Barry himself from the future look to his younger self and went, oh. How was like, what the Okay, so let's get away from all the emotions. Sorry about that, but you know what? This finale was good, minus all the talking, and stuff like that. It really established where everyone stood. And the twist of it all, not sure if I should really get into this kind of spoiler, but it's pretty heart-wrenching, like, oh, God. Screw you, Flash. Seriously? Not exactly what I was expecting, but it was not unwarranted, like when Iris's boyfriend kills himself to make sure that Reverse Flash Wells, or in this case, I can't remember what his real name is, to assure that he never existed. That was like kind of a ballsy move. Kind of. It's not something that they would have just done for shock value. It really had to sum up some sort of... They had to sum up this conflict big time because, it's like, how long do you really want this to go on? But this is where it really had to really go. Anyway, I'm a blubbering mess. So, anyway, long story short, if there's any flaws that I can pick away from it, besides all the talking, but, I don't think it's really lost its momentum at all. I'm going to make a promise here. I am really going to watch season 2. Like, I'm going to be glued to my seat. I don't care, working or not, I'm going to be watching, The Flash season 2. So, I really dug it, obviously I almost cried on YouTube, for crying out loud. Sometimes you have to face the humiliation. Other than that, it really pulled at the heartstrings for me, even reflecting back on it, because my mom's all I've got left. And to see Barry have, and for him to say goodbye to her and say, look what I've become, it was like, I'm not going to go back. I'm just going to keep going forward. Anyway, so those are my thoughts on The Flash. If you guys have any thoughts, let me know. Not going to do my usual spiel of, tell me your praises, tell me your woes. Yeah, if you guys seen it, let me know what you thought. And I will see you guys the next Raw vlog, random how to get into episode, or something like that of that nature. So, until next time.